Welcome to Vintage Radio Cafe, your #1 channel for relaxing vintage audio restoration. If you like watching an idiot wielding a soldering iron, you've come to the right place. Watch Ray's attempts to fix wonderful forgotten radios from another era, way before transistors. Sometimes he even gets them working again. What could go wrong, right?
Okay guys, so this is what I came up with. Yeah, it's probably going to be new for you, but this contraption is old for me. I actually built this to work on the very first radio I did back in 2021, a RCA Victor 87K, and I didn't even know about chassis holders, so I built this just using pieces of 2x4s as cheap as they get. And I built two frames, a bigger one at the bottom as the base to be stable, a smaller one on top, and the idea was just to bolt the chassis onto it, and I could flip it at will. Actually, it goes better on one side. So I'm going to be using it for this. And now that I have a turntable, a platter, a display turntable, well, I'll be able to work on all axes. And I can lock it in place, work it flat. And since it's unbalanced, it's heavier on this side, I just use a piece of wood to secure it there. But even if it went all the way, it's not going to break anything. So, how did I manage to get this to hold inside? Let's move in closer. I'll show you my contraption. So, if you have ever assembled a bed, the sideboards of old school wooden beds, they had those brackets here. This is the female part, and on the other piece of wood there was the male part, counterpart of this, and it would just fit in. So I had those in my stash, my old stuff. I decided just to bolt it there, and since the turntable side is bent like that, it fits perfectly. I just put a piece of rubber so I'm sure it doesn't move. And let's have a look at the top. Yeah, I'll show you closer here. Again, I had pieces of metal in my stuff, and I just bent it like this with a pair of pliers. I drilled a hole to make it very secure to the frame. And this part here, well, there's a hole on each side, and those holes are made to insert a screw on each side, which they call the shipping screw. So it's only made to hold the turntable in place when you have to transport it, when you have to move it. So yeah, I took advantage of that, and it's very, very stable. It wiggles a little bit, but it's not going anywhere. And just to make sure, let me show you the other side. Yeah, just to make sure the tone arm was secured when I worked on it. The retainer here was missing. Originally, I believe it was made of plastic. So I use a piece of wire, of steel wire, which again was in my parts bin. And don't ask me where it goes. It doesn't go on the radio. I think it goes on a something with my heater gun. It was in the bag, so I just bent it to shape. But it looks a little bit like those. Those come from another radio. They were meant to hold the capacitor on top of the speakers, but it's the same kind of wires. It's just that the gauge is different from radios to radios and where they're used. But to hold the vacuum tubes, it's a similar kind of wire, just a little bit thinner. So this is what I found, and it works great. Yeah, when I remove it, it just flips like that, and to put it in place, just have to raise it a little bit. Yeah, so let's go white again. Because one thing I absolutely want to do, since there's a brand new sapphire in there, brand new needle, I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just going to use some tape and a piece of foam like this. I'll put some more tape to make it secure, but you get the idea. I just want to make sure. Let's test this. Yeah, so it clears over 1/4 of an inch. So if I ever drop it or whatever while I work on it, I won't damage the needle. Yeah. So let's turn this around and let me show you the first thing I have to do. So I'll try to give you a better angle, but my hands are going to be in the way as usual. I'm lucky because this unit still has a soft vinyl cover here. Many of them become hard with time. So to remove the platter, there is a clip you have to remove. And I'll need, my magnifying glasses to see it. Try to remove it. So I go from this side because there is a groove there for this part, this mechanism. Yeah, it's moving closer, right? Moving closer. Let's try this again. I'm going to try to remove the clip. Just a circlet there. And once you get it free, you just have to move it upwards. Like so. Simple circlet. Let's put this in the parts container so I don't lose it, like that. And now you can remove the platter. Have to wiggle it a little bit, but it will come out. Yeah, I wasn't pulling straight. Okay. Now, this is the part you don't want to lose. The inside here, there's a sleeve. And you see how it's made. It's there's a rim and there's notches at the bottom. Hope you can see. Yeah, those are really important for the end of record mechanism to function. So let's go wide. So the motor capstan spindle is here with the 4 different sizes or 4 different speeds. The idler wheel should be here, but it's gone for refurbishing. And this should move freely. And it turns, but it's not free. I should be able to just spin it like that and it would go around for a couple of seconds, 5 or 6 seconds. This is what I'm talking about. See the different sizes here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it turns, but not freely. So it's probably gummed up. The oil is probably dried up, very thick. So we'll clean that. To do it, we have to remove those 2 screws at the top. And yeah, let's have a look at the bottom. Okay guys, so I'm just about to start working on the motor removal in order to relube it. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything. I'll remain wide, even if I have to crop in post. So first thing, I should unbend those tabs to loosen the wires. Move them out of the way, I mean. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I'm doing this one. Yeah, maybe. Maybe this will be enough. Yeah, it's really tight. Yeah, it's really heavy metal. Really thick. Maybe like this. Okay, those are loose. Nothing is disconnected. Oh boy, that's on there. There's a little washer there. Try to grab that screw. Let's do the other one. Now we're stable. There are two spacers underneath. Yeah. An improvised little table here. Got grooves there. Should fit snugly. So I marked bottom here, and I've got a few marks to see the orientation. So there's two spacers on this side. Oh, there's three. There's three spacers on each side. So this is the left side. This is the right side. They are really, really thin. Okay. So, what do we have here? So two screws here. It goes like this. And yeah, old nut at the bottom. Try to unscrew it. One washer on top. So I remember, I'm going to keep them together. This is the right side. Yep, washer and the bolt. This is on the left side. So far, so good. Okay. bottom side. I want to force it. There's a bit of rust on that. The inner part is fairly clean. So there's a spring preventing me from pulling it out. Got already holes drilled. Yeah, this should turn way easier. So yeah, let me clean that. I'll get right back. So okay friends, we're back. And yeah, I managed to clean both parts, both bearings, the top one and the bottom one. And yeah, it took me a while to understand how this works, but I think I got it now. Basically, both of them are frozen. You can see at the bottom here, it's more obvious on this one. Even if I stuck a cotton swab turns, but the bearing doesn't move. I can rotate it like this because it's a half-rounded cup. And the trick is to re-oil them both. I've got very light oil, machine oil. And for this one, you can see the felts here and here underneath. So those are the two holes. And for the top one, it's even more obvious. Maybe not to you guys, but see how dried up this is inside. Those are the two holes. It's yeah, it's hard to see, but it's white. So it should be darker than that. It should be wet with oil. So I'm gonna try my best to re-lube this. I got a little syringe. I don't know how it's gonna work. I have no idea, but I'll try. Shooting some oil. It's going in. Little at a time. And I'll keep doing this until it spurts out, until it doesn't take it anymore. Whoops. Do you get the idea, right? So I'll be back. Once I'm done with that, I'll probably have to do it a couple of times, I'm guessing. And we'll see if it freezes up the bearing. I can try moving it. To work the oil inside. Not much happening right now. even going to put some at the bottom so it seeps in. Probably have to reload the syringe at one point. Yeah, there's no more pressure. There's still some in the nozzle, but so I'll reload this. I'll do this a couple of times. I'll get back to you. Okay, guys. So I relubed the both the bearings, and it wasn't easy. It took me at least 4 passes, and it's pretty good now. Maybe not perfect, but just let me show you here. On the spring, you'll probably see the rotation. See, it turns much more freely. Probably going to be better with usage. Yeah, compared to what it was, I'm satisfied. And it's pretty obvious the shaft, well, the mechanism was used without any oil, so it pretty much damaged the shaft, but not to the point where it's not going to work. It's pretty sturdy, pretty solid. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. So next step, we'll have a look at the slide, if there's any way we can remove that. There's, I believe, let me just move around. Yeah, underneath this, connected, yeah, that part, connected to the main cam. This has to be free, and I'm pretty sure it's, if not frozen, it's hard, pretty certain, plus many other parts. So I'll try to follow along with some tutorials, some videos. I'm not too afraid of taking it apart. It's just reassembling it after. I'm just afraid I'm going to mess it up and it's not going to work properly ever again. So, hey, I'll try. We'll see. Yeah, this little guy. Boop. There's a C-clip there to remove, but you have to remove it. You have to take the whole slide off, out of it, underneath. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. But at least that part is done. So, like David would say, carry on. So, okay guys, I just want to show you where I'm at with the record changer. I spent many hours watching videos of how this is taken apart. And yeah, I get the gist, I get the general idea, but the problem is, and it's not easy to film this, to shoot this, to the defense of everybody that did videos, but most guys will remove this, but off camera. So I really don't know, I mean, aside from, you know, removing the screws, I really don't know how they pull it out, and especially how they reassemble everything. I know this cam, what there's a shaft there, and you're supposed to remove the slide somehow, and I've got springs hooked up here and there, so it's not all models are the same. They're not all equivalent. This part here for the automatic changer, in some models it's just a big screw on top. This one, it would have, I would have to go all the way deep in here. My point is, It's pretty complex, and I really don't want to chance it, because when I first tried it, everything was working except the end of record. It wouldn't, the tone arm wouldn't come back in its position. But then again, the idler wheel was so bad, was so slippery, so hard. Maybe it had to do with that. So what I want to say is that I relube both bearings and the motor. I greased and oiled everything I thought was logical to do. Any little spots that had rust, I used some light oil or WD-40. I re-greased and re-oiled everything except inside that mechanism there for the end of record. Everybody says it has to be bone dry, so I kept it bone dry. And what I want to do is try, test it with the new idler wheel. And if it works, I'll just call it a day. I won't dismantle it more than that. I won't take any chance. If it doesn't work though, then we'll see. So yeah, I got the idler wheel today. It came in the mail around 1 in the afternoon. It's pretty late at night. I watched the game. We lost again, the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, good job, referees. And I want to do this before I go to bed. So let me just turn this around. We'll reassemble the platter, and I'll show you the new idler wheel. It's already in. I didn't want to do it on camera because that little tiny C-clip is so easy to lose. I just wanted to do it calmly without the pressure of filming. So yeah, let me just turn this around. So this is the brand new idler wheel, and yeah, it fits perfectly. And I'll just try to change the speed, and so you can see how this works. And now I'm at 16. See how it moves away, lowers and changes the ratio here. 45, same thing. Back to 33. When it's off, it doesn't touch anything, so it doesn't cave in with time. It's not touching when it's in the off position. This is when it's going to be playing. So let's reinstall the platter. There you go. Yeah, reinsert the collar. Enough for the circlet to go back on. Okay, there you go. This is done. Now it's free. Doesn't seem to be rubbing. Let's put the vinyl mat back on. And we're ready to test the record. Okay, before I test it, I just want to show you the setup. So, yeah, I'm using a power cord that I connected directly, and it goes to the dim bulb. And I'm going to use this receiver, Telefunken Concertino Hi-Fi, which I picked up many months ago. And I want to do a tune-up on it. It works great. But yeah, parts are scratchy. Some lights are blown, are burnt. And yeah, probably needs a recap. But otherwise, it's working. And the gentleman I got it from had those German speakers, which he recapped. I got one on each side. And yeah, hopefully this will work. It was the same audio connector here. It's hard to see, but yeah, it was the same thing. That's why I'm using that instead of reinstalling it in the cabinet, just in case it doesn't work. So let's try testing a record. So this is going to be fully automatic as it's intended to. Platter turns. Drop down is normal. Recognize the 12-inch. It's recorded live, so the applause are really loud.
Quand je reviens chez moi, ce vieux soleil m'attend toujours comme un ami. Ave
Now let's see if it's going to come back by itself and if it's going to shut off. Hopefully it is going to do it. So it grabs the final, moves back into position, drops down, and shuts off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. Yeah. I won't lie, this makes me emotional. Listening to that record. It was my dad's favorite player, favorite singer. Very, very, very happy. Everything seems to work great, especially compared to what it was before. I won't lie, the Platter is very noisy, but again, 1962 technology. I don't expect it to be as silent as my modern turntable record player. I mean, as best as I can tell, the metal, yeah, it's rubbing. It's rubbing metal against metal. There's not much you can do about that, but it's turning, no, it's leveled, but the metal rubs inside the sleeve. The Platter rubs on the sleeve, so maybe you're supposed to lube this. I haven't seen anybody saying that. I don't want to go and put some oil there because it's too close to the end of record mechanism. There's a notch there. And if this is oiled, it won't work properly. That I know. So best leave it like that. I think the owner is going to be happy. I think. So I'm going to put it back into the cabinet, and we'll do another test to see if it works as well inside the cabinet.